I have the absolute privilege to bring on the guest who was formerly on our panel a couple slots ago, but who's also an advisory council member. Our first Benzinga Cannabis Advisory Council member up today. Bring him over, Sean Cradle. What's happening, buddy? You all right?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
How can
I,
I
I
not be
got
good?
I gotta tell you, you are looking pretty spiffy right now. I
I
mean,
mean, stop it. Stop it. What are
all
you
the
talking
clean
about?
cut, the hair slicked to the side,
Come on, man.
the
No,
jacket.
I'm trying to keep up with you. I look at your outfit. Look at you. You look like a celebrity. I look like, I don't know, the weird guy from the 90 Day Fiance or something. I don't know.
No.
What? Yeah, I'll take what I can get these days. But you guys, listen. PNPL. Did I get that right?
you,
PNPL
you got it.
is the ticker here. Sean Cradle, CEO and president. I love this company, and I'm going to shut up and get out of the way because I want you to do your thing, Sean. But I have some questions. I'm sure the chat will too. Why don't you go ahead and do your thing, man?
No problem. I just want to say at the bottom of that screen, it's not Schwan, it's Sean Patrick.
Schwan, Schwan. All
There
right,
we
I
go.
got you, buddy.
Somebody's hip to it. Um,
All over it, man.
but yeah, I'll go ahead and start.
Go for it.
Alrighty. So to everyone watching, welcome. Appreciate everyone. Thanks for that update there on the bottom of the ticker there. My name is Sean Cradle again, CEO, President of Pineapple Inc. We have at the bottom of the screen there, you'll see our brands under our umbrella. Pineapple Ventures is our private entity for those who want to invest and not touch the plant. So I'll get into that a little bit later. But you can see at the bottom of the screen our potent brands under this Inc. umbrella is Pineapple Express, to which we own this trademark, and that is our statewide delivery, mobile dispensary delivery, home delivery under 2 hours in most cases, and we accept credit and debit. So that's we carry all the major brands, including our own brand in the middle, which you'll see is THC, and we actually own that trademark, if you can believe that. And also Pineapple Wellness is a home delivery nationwide distribution of CBD only health and beauty products, ranging from everything from beard oils to pet treats, sports recovery products, and the like. So our mission here at Pineapple is to deliver quality cannabis products and excellent service at competitive prices to our consumers, with sustainability at our core. Very important in this industry. Obviously, we'll continue to grow our organization with the same integrity and transparency that we use to cultivate our products. As Patrick would know, and many others, I'm a Marine Corps veteran, so I believe very strongly in core values and our mission. Our core values are, I call them the 4 C's: compassion for our consumers, commitment to produce quality products with integrity and care, consistency to deliver fast and dependable service, especially with our delivery service, and the courage to be an industry leader. We want to be the Philip Morris's, the Budweiser, the Anheuser Busches of this industry, and doing so, I believe, I challenge ourselves, my executive staff, to hold that level of accountability and transparency inside and outside of the organization. So the market opportunity in California, the market is growing exponentially everywhere. Especially as new markets open up and new states open for medical and especially for recreational. California, the market is projected to reach over $7.5 billion in just a few years. So delivery though has jumped up from about 22% last year to about 37% of retail transactions by 2022. So, and a lot of that has been, due to the pandemic, and with COVID starting, we were actually already primed. We were delivering well over a year already. So we had all the logistics down and our model for delivery, getting to folks in under 2 hours, accepting credit and debit during the pandemic. So we were already primed. So we were already hot to trot, so to speak, when the pandemic hit, and it actually, it's kind of a bittersweet thing because of the pandemic. However, we did grow very, very fast and rapidly, especially as, even though if dispensary did not have a delivery license, but when the pandemic hit, the state gave them provisionals and temporary licenses so they can still conduct business. However, that did not mean that that dispensary perhaps was primed to deliver. They had to literally come up with it from nowhere. So they may not have the logistics or just the wherewithal and know-how to go ahead and to deliver, and also compliantly per the Bureau of Cannabis Regulation for here, the BCC in California. So we were able to just go ahead and we doubled and tripled sales throughout March, April, and May, and those conversions rates for our new consumers, they stayed. So it definitely helped out a lot. And also along with that, California has only less than 1,000 retail licenses issued and over about $3 million a startup. It's definitely a tough entry barrier still, in this state. So having the little margin for error, because you do pay for a lot of lessons in the cannabis space, even if you have it figured out, but maybe you don't. And we've gotten, we've had a lot of we've paid a lot of money in lessons. Let's put it that way. And sometimes doing things, um, trying to do things, obviously the legal way, sometimes the law changes on you overnight, and it has done that a couple times in California. So we'd have to pivot just to keep up with the ever growing litigation and legislation that is here, at least in California, I can speak on. So having market knowledge, having pedigrees of folks on your executive teams that have not only corporate experience but have a wealth of knowledge in terms of education is a big key. Those typical MBAs. So our competitive advantage, we are vertical. We have over 14 vertical licenses in the state of California. So we do cultivate, manufacture, everything under the sun here for us. And obviously, the biggest part of, I believe, anyone's margins in this business is cultivation. Growing for yourself. So we have a kind of a motto here, GCMS. Grow cannabis, make money, and that's literally one of those things that we live by. We didn't start out that way. We had to start out, obviously, white labeling and things of that nature. However, we were able to go ahead and stand up our own infrastructure, and we're going to expand on that. Again, having experienced operators, we have a executive team that has a wealth of knowledge both in education and in the cannabis industry. We have over collective 20 years experience in the cannabis space, especially in the mecca of the cannabis industry here in California. We have a lot of folks that have been in the trenches here since Prop 65 days and going on back to 2009. I believe 2009 when it became medical. And education. I myself, I have 4 master's degrees, and my COO is a Wharton grad. So I surrounded us with not only the know-how in terms of the street smarts in regards to cannabis, but I needed folks on my team that had actual corporate experience in a regular market, and also education behind and a wealth of it. I believe that's especially for this industry, it's a way to be seen as a validation. The first thing people look at in an executive team is, where are these guys from? What's their background? And some folks can assume typically a lot of things, but they're sometimes pleasantly surprised when we have folks on our squad that have actually been in a regular corporate environment and have typical degrees. So also for us, our fleet of vehicles, we have about 30 Priuses that we have roaming around LA right now. And so you can think the way in which we did these things. A lot of people confuse us a little bit with some of the technology platforms, such as an Ease, but we are not that at all. Ease is more of like an Uber Eats model where they would pick up from a dispensary and then deliver to you. We're all in house, so you're getting everything from pineapple, from seed to sale. And in terms of our vehicles, we have each vehicle is actually, you can think of it as a dispensary, a little mini dispensary in and of itself. So if you go on to pineappleexpress.com when you're in the LA area, you put in your zip code, what you're going to get, that menu is pertaining geolocated to that whatever car or vehicle is around your area at that moment. So, and that's and for those that know the logistics in that, it does cost a bit of a pretty penny to do that. We evolved from that. We used to, folks would about over a year ago, folks would go ahead and try to order something, and they would have to get maybe denied or maybe a replacement because that vehicle in their area didn't have what they wanted. Obviously, this turned off a lot of consumers until we were able to scale and get the logistics involved in the technology to geolocate our vehicles. So now, if I'm in if I'm in Hollywood or if I'm in Venice Beach, and I go ahead and put in my zip code and order, that menu is for a vehicle that's pretty much around your area, within I would say a 5 mile radius. So you're going to get that, and that's how we can get to folks in under 2 hours in most cases, is because that vehicle is roaming around you at all times, and ready to receive orders. So that's how we're able to be ahead of our competitors here. And I believe, forget the publication, just about not even 2 weeks ago, we were ranked number 4 out of 19 dispensaries in LA, which is great, and number 2 in terms of delivery. So we're very happy about that, and that's money well spent. So the power of our brands, again, having having a Pineapple Express trademark and .com, and also owning the trademark THC is very favorable for us. Not just for pineapple, but for other operators in other states, especially when markets are opening. I have folks, especially when New York became when that news broke. I had about 8 calls in about 20 minutes for folks that may not have a brand for their dispensary. They may have the funding, they may have the team, they may have the money, and they have all these ducks in a row, but actually don't have an identity. And what better brand to put on your dispensary is a Pineapple Express, where it's already a fan favorite, and not just because of the association with some of the media and movies, but just as simple as it is. And I like to. This is our throwback um, logo. So I like to always know where we came from, and know where we're gonna go. So and also for our THC, we actually, that's our in-house brand. If everybody can see that. So this is just a sample packaging of our 5-pack of pre-rolls, to which that's our in-house brand. So we carry all the major brands under our umbrella, and also that's our in-house brand. So some folks they want to come out with a cannabis brand, but they don't have, again, a name. Well, what better name is this? And we are about to announce, not just yet, but a huge celebrity that's going to back that product. So it'd be advantageous for folks that are opening in these other states to jump on board. If they don't have a brand in mind, they can kind of hit the ground running hard, and we'll go ahead and license THC out, and also franchise Pineapple Express for dispensaries, not only just in the state, in the continental, but also in Puerto Rico, where we're going to expand. I'll get into that a little bit later. But again, as we're seeing on, you guys know Benzinga right there, but TMZ followed us last year for about 2 months when the pandemic hit, and we were making some waves delivering to folks. Our late spokesperson, who passed away in December, Tommy Tiny Lister, better known to a lot of folks as Zeus, and Debo from the movie Friday and Fifth Element and about 200 other films, passed away due to COVID complications in December. But he and I brought a lot of joy to folks every Friday in April, where folks went on pineappleexpress.com, entered to win delivery of product sponsored by a lot of our awesome vendors. And that brought a lot of joy. And it also caught the attention of TMZ, who picked us up, followed us around, and we made some national news there. So, let's see. Yeah, Pat, I can take some questions right now before I get into.
Back on, my friend. Back on. Yeah. So we've got about 5 minutes left, and I just wanted to let you know. But I think from my perspective, one thing I really wanted to ask you about when you mentioned it, you said you were 4th out of 19 dispensaries in LA. Is that right? And then
Correct.
second, when it comes to delivery,
Delivery.
yeah,
Yep.
that's crazy. That's crazy, right? Especially during a pandemic when delivery is key, right? You were second, the second ranked dispenser. How did you do that? How is it the infrastructure? Is it number of vehicles?
I
What
think
what?
I think it's a number of vehicles. I think that people want things very fast, and we're unmarked vehicles. I have my folks, and you don't know if they're FedEx or cannabis being delivered. So we just, we do contactless delivery. We did an awesome commercial with Tommy Chong, where we delivered to him, and he's a big hermit, so it was perfect for him. And I think we have collectively the most celebrity cachet of any cannabis company on the planet. You know this. We just moved into Snoop Dogg's compound. We're building a lounge inside there. We're the exclusive delivery service for him. And that's a big help from his tour manager, Big Percy, who I brought in to be our business development, liaison, who brought in every celebrity under the sun to back us up. So we have a lot, and those celebrities have cannabis brands of their own. So it's the cross marketing is just ballooned. But I'll tell you, with my presentation talking about our Hollywood and Vine dispensary, I'd like to really just give me about 2 minutes to
Do it.
dive into that.
Go for it, man. I'll jump off.
Let me go ahead and share one more time here. There we go. All right. So for folks that, if you can believe it or not, we are opening in less than about 45 days, 2 locations actually, but this is going to be our flagship on the corner, literally on the corner of Hollywood and Vine, the famous corner of Hollywood and Vine, right next to Capitol Records. We are opening our flagship Pineapple Express dispensary. We are making this the Planet Hollywood of experiences. There's going to be nothing like this out there. VIP lounges, celebrity, guests, because they have their own brands under this umbrella every single week of the month. And we're having, huge, photo ops and things of that nature. And there's no other cannabis dispensary within 4 square miles. So we sit right on the bus line, right across from the W, right across from the largest grossing Starbucks in all of California. And we're actually offering up at this moment, we're selling increments of that. We're selling about 10% for, I'll go ahead and get to that because I know you're on a rush there, Patrick. We have 2 opportunities available, one for Hollywood and Vine dispensary. So just to make this quick, 100,000 per percent of equity into this project. We are selling right now, and also that's a $10 million valuation, and that's 100,000 per 1%. So if anyone wants to get in on this, we are opening this up for about another week or 2 at best. But you'll be in great company. We have a lot of celebrities that are directly invested under this umbrella, and it's just it's going to be amazing. Especially it's right on the Walk of Fame. I'm continuing the Walk of Fame into the store for brands and celebrities who invested in this company, and all those things. So as tourism opens back up, this is just going to be a sightseeing type of event, venue. So along with that, we also have our main LA hub, which feeds this dispensary, and our Palm Springs dispensary, which is also coming online in about 60 days. This is our hub for our main hub rather for all of the delivery, which got us number 2 in the city of LA. So this is a lower valuation, $7.5 million valuation, 1%. I'm sorry, 75K per 1%, and we're selling about 15% of this project as well. So this is going to help us. The funds for this is not only going to help expand Pineapple, but we're building hubs north and south of LA so we can have all of California reached, and we'd like to get up to the Bay by next month. So and we're expanding into Puerto Rico as well. Patrick, you know that already. We're poised to be the first delivery service on the island, so I'm super excited for that.
That is incredible, man. It really is. I've loved to watch your growth, especially over the pandemic. I feel like you guys have really been pushing hard. And it's the same with Michael, who was just on from Body and Mind. I feel like we're starting to see some of these plans coming to fruition, and it's exciting for those of us on the sidelines to get to watch that. So
I'm amazed, man. We have so many things coming out, and I'll just say one more thing. I've added our first female to our board, our public board, And she is a high-profile politician. I cannot say who she is at this moment because we haven't. We're the 8K is being submitted tomorrow, so our SEC attorney is like, do not say her name. But it's if I did, she's been on all over the place recently. So, but we're very excited to have her, and also along with that comes a lot of connections to DC and obviously other likes. So we are excited, very excited for that. Also, a chief medical officer we're bringing on board in July. So we're going to actually be able to issue medical recs in house and also telemedicine 15-minute conference calls for folks wanting to, get a better idea of what they can use cannabis for to treat their specific ailments, which I know in our last advisory council meeting, I think it was in February, that was the two biggest things for this year: education and telemedicine.
Love that. I love that, man. Thank you. Thanks for dropping that. But of course, Benzinga always appreciates the exclusives, but that's cool.
I talked to your brother this morning. I reiterated, you guys will get all those things.
We love you.
I love you.
We
guys.
love it. We love it. We love it. Sean, thanks for joining us, man. I really appreciate it. I know we're going to hear from you again soon, and we'll probably have you on Cannabis Hour again shortly, but I'll leave it there. PNPL, again, you guys, is the ticker. Sean Cradle from Pineapple. It's good to see you, pal.
Always. Good to see you, too. Say hi to Jason for me.
I will. I'll think about it. How about that? I'll think about it.
All right.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy.
All right.